Well, aloha, Hariom, Namaste, Hotek in Lakesh, Asama Luego, Aho, Mitaku Asin. I have an amazing guest. Everybody knows about me. My name is Steven. People call me Scooby Hugs or Onama Scubaya. But, you can watch my other videos, subscribe to my channel. It's Faces of Unity. This is probably the most important person we've had interviewed so far. This is Glowing Feather, also known as Magi.
Yeah, I go by
And,
glowing feather mostly at Rainbow. No one
well,
knows me as Maji.
you are a Rainbow All Star, the highest elder that I know. Even ChatGPT confirmed that.
Well, that
um,
sounds earlings, not elders.
well,
Bunka made that word up. Early.
tell me, how did you get involved with Rainbow? And to be honest, I'm in an international hostel with people from all around the world, and nobody's heard of Rainbow. So that's why I want to talk to give people the awareness because Rainbow's all around the world right now. And so, tell us how you got started and what year it was, and
My first Rainbow experience was up in Vietnam in 1966 when I was 17 on an aircraft carrier in a big thunderstorm. I saw two beautiful rainbows. And I always loved rainbows, but I never saw it like that on the ocean. And it was the day after Christmas when I was struggling because I had to do the lift and bring bombs up that were going to murder um, Vietnamese Buddhists, and it broke my heart. And when I saw the rainbow, I was able to dive into peace. Well, May 69, after 2 years of struggling, they released me. And I went May to May to um, August. I was working to become an accountant because I didn't trust people. I didn't like people. I was tired of people. And then the Creedence Clearwater Revival came to Boston on the way going to Woodstock, and I met one of the people. And the next thing I knew, I was helping them, and I was at Woodstock,
nice.
and I was
You're at
on stage.
Woodstock.
I was on stage when Richie Havens in the movie leaves the stage playing "Mother, Mother, I Feel Like a Motherless Child," and I'm this short-haired guy with his mouth open, going. And then in '69, in '72, 3 years later, I was in college, becoming an educator. Decided I wanted to be a middle school math science teacher.
Right?
And I heard about this gathering at one of the co-ops. And I just said, I need to go. And I put out my thumb, and within hours, I got a ride from a hippie coming there, going there. It was magic. It was meant to be.
Wow.
And I was in Colorado. And then when I met the Vietnam vets in Colorado, Plunka, who carried the POW flag, and we talked about our experience. And I hung out with John Kerry in the '70s in the group called Vietnam Veterans Against the War. But what I found at Rainbow was different. It wasn't a protest. It was a gathering, a family,
So,
a living life of love. And I became glowing feather, and I still am glowing my feather. But
see,
my name is, that's my legal name, four-letter word. But glowing feather is
I
my spirit name of Rainbow.
wonderful. I'm known as Scooby Hugs. I've seen you at many rainbows, and I really honor and respect you. And so, your first rainbow was the first rainbow in 1972 in Colorado.
And I remember the rhymes I made. I remember I said, rainbow is not about a person, place, or thing. Rainbow is what you bring and give and live and become part of. Rainbow's not about taking, making, forsaking, needing, want, desiring. Rainbow's about giving. And the more you give, the more shitters you dig, the more you help in the kitchen, the more you understand rainbow. But the more you just
Right.
go around and try to get things from people and take things, steal things or not be honest, you're never going to get it. You're going to
Right.
get old. But rainbow, over the years, I've missed 7 gatherings. Lately, I've missed 5 because I've been very sick. I got hit by a car 3 years ago, and I haven't been to a rainbow gathering since Colorado. And I'm
That's the
wondering,
last time I saw you was in 2022 at the
the
50th.
50th anniversary, and I haven't been there since because I've been sick.
Wow.
And I tried to go this year, and I got my my body and my mind said no. My spirit soul said yes. So I was going to go anyway, and my body says, "You think so?" And gave me very sickly diverticulitis, where I've been sick for a month with an infection.
Wow.
So throwing up and not feeling good. I didn't want to go to Rainbow and become a burden, even though I wouldn't have been. But
Right.
if I'm doing my poetry and all of a sudden heave all over everybody, we'll have a whole different meeting.
Well, let's talk to our viewers. Like, what exactly is Rainbow? Because they think it's a festival. They think there's loud electronic music, and it's not like that at all. You actually have to, when you get there and you park, you walk about, I don't know, 5, 7 miles into the forest, and they build an entire city, and everything is pretty much free. Your food
Well,
and
it started at Woodstock. I'm telling you. When you talk to Fantuzzi, he'll say the same thing. At Woodstock, it wasn't just a festival of musicians. It was an experience. It was people set up kitchens. People made food. People dug shitters. People created things. And a lot of people who were early rainbows also went to Woodstock.
wow. Yeah, I'm hoping Fantuzzi joins us soon. I had just spoke with him, but we had to change locations many times for certain reasons. I'm in Pisac, Peru, which is the Sacred Valley, and it's a very beautiful place. Um, and this is the hospital that I co-manage, but we're building a long-term community that should be ready in about 4 months. And the thing I love about Rainbow, it's not like a festival. It's not about the clothes you wear. Everybody's accepted. Everybody is welcome home.
Yes. And what I've noticed is happy people love me, miserable people can't stand me. It's good. But from Rainbow, all these years at Rainbow, one of the things I did in the early 2000s, I went to the World Rainbow Fair in Costa Rica.
Ah,
And the land we were on, I wanted to buy. He's told me $75,000. I had saved that. I had saved that over the years. I have a 10%. I've saved it. I went through in 20, 30 years of working, went through about 75 to $100,000, and I ended up saving 70 of it, out of
wow,
maybe 10, 20,000 a year. But I saved. I got $75,000 in the bank 3 days later, and then he said he wanted 125,000. So I walked away.
wow.
I would never deal with anyone like that ever.
Well, let's take
And it
a
took me
let's take.
another year or two to find my farm, Earth Rose Farm. We'll talk about that later too.
That's
It's
what
a
I wanted
50,
to talk about. Is you run a huge 40-acre, am I right? Community,
50 acres.
50 acres. And we'll
About
get to that
3
soon. But tell us
sorry.
some more Rainbow stories. I mean, what goes
Okay,
on at Rainbow?
what goes on is when you are on. What goes off is when you are off. If you're negative, you're going to see a lot of negatives. If
Right,
you're positive, you're going to see so many positive. If you're an asshole, you're going to see nothing but assholes there. If you're
right,
a joyful, loving, angelic spirit, you're going to see joyful, loving, angelic spirits. It's what you bring is the rainbow thing. And that's
right.
what I sing. My heart song, my life dance. It's to enhance your chance to raise your confidence.
Well,
If you come from you,
this is something I wanted to get confirmation from because usually when you first get the rainbow, the very first thing you see is a camp, and that's then it's the alcoholic camp. And was it originally built to scare people from getting too far into the rainbow?
no, the first rainbow did not have an A camp. Us Plunker, the A campers came later. They
Okay.
came much later, and they actually had camps in the gathering, and we circled around them and forced them to the parking lot front gate where
Right,
they
right.
stay there mostly, and sometimes they go come in, but we kind of get them to to flow out. But they one good thing, the A campers are never broken up the peace circle on July 4th.
Right. I mean, it's neat that they have it because everybody's welcome at Rainbow, but it does deter and scare a lot of people when they first get to a rainbow gathering and they see hundreds of intoxicated people and they don't want to keep walking down that trail because that trail at Main Meadow is usually 5 miles long. It's not easy.
Yeah, and they're asking for money to buy alcohol. Never give money to A camp. Never. It's going to
Yeah.
make it worse. The more money you give them, the more drunk they're going to get.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
You
I've
don't drunk when
fallen.
you're drunk. You don't have relationships with women when you're drunk. You don't have good conversations when you're drunk. When you're drunk, you get obnoxious. That's why they call it obnoxious drunks. But we have no. It's legal on national forest to drink.
Right.
It's illegal to do everything we do in the gathering. you know, when we want to get high, but we don't
You know,
fight. And fist fight.
we just talked about A camp, and that's usually the first thing you see when you get to a rainbow gathering. But what you do is you keep walking, and you'll see a welcome home, and they tell you a little bit, they give you some information. And now, what is your estimate about how many camps there are at a United States Rainbow currently?
Every day at Rainbow, it's different. Camps come and go all the time. But there's camps that have been there 40 years, 30 years, loving ovens. The best thing to do is go around to a camp and say, hey, what can I do? Can I get some wood for you? Can I make some for you? Can I dig a shitter for you? Go to every kitchen, find a kitchen that you vibe with. My kitchen for the last 15 years has been Instant Soup Kitchen that always has
Oh yeah,
soup
that's my favorite.
and always playing music.
Yeah.
It totally
There's Tea Time, there's Montana Mud that makes coffee 24 hours a day. Um
Nola Funk that builds the stage and does the music. Fan Tuesday knows more about that. He does the things forever. But
yeah, I tried to get Aaron Funk on the meeting today, but he was a little busy. And we have a lot to talk about him. He's going to be a different interview because of his travels to Haiti. Um, but yeah, Rainbow, I just encourage people to walk past A camp, keep going. The farther that you go, the more conscious people, I call them the high holies. You find people, there's literally a
the
hundred camps
opposite,
there.
opposite. We're not high holies. We're holy highs.
But it's so cool because there's
I'm
the,
not older
there's a
than younger people. I'm earlier than them. I don't come to. I'm not an elder rainbow that came before. I came before them. I'm an early. They're later. They're the latest. But I respect them just as much as I respect Plunka. A rainbow that's been there 10 minutes, I give as much love to as I give Plunka, who's been there since the
yeah.
beginning. That's what rainbow's about. It's a love you
What's
give.
amazing, it started with Vietnam veterans in 1972 in Colorado, and now Rainbow is all over the world. I've been to European rainbows. We just had one here in Peru 2 weeks ago. There was one in Bolivia. There was one in Colombia. There was one in Chile. I've been to one in Asia.
I
They're
don't
everywhere
know if
around the world.
you know about the Belarusian one, that 500 people were thrown in jail in concentration camps, a rainbow gathering, but there was no Americans. So a lot of
Uh,
American rainbows, I tried to get American rainbows to tell the Senate and congressmen, and I got something like from Finch, who doesn't always 100% agree with me. He kind of is irritated by me at times because he came to my farm and he wanted me to do everything for him, and but he did give me something at the end, but he felt that he doesn't have my vibe, but I like him, I love him, he's a brother, but he said no, there's no Americans there, and I go, but all rainbows, it doesn't matter if they're Russian, there's a couple of Israelis, but they're in jail. They're in jail.
oh,
Belarus decided to go and throw everyone in jail. Well, this could happen in America. I'm telling you. Under Trump's civil war, if tax Cuba, he's going to stop anybody gathering. It's going to be crazy, but I hope I'm wrong. But my plan B is Earth Rose Farm in Costa Rica, 50 acres. We can
uh,
have a lot of people
okay.
there.
Can we talk about Earth Rose Farm a little bit?
You have some more questions about Rainbow? If you have
Yeah,
anything else,
I want to tell people more about Rainbow.
yeah, let's
Um,
go for a
okay,
few more
it's
minutes.
not a big festival, and years ago, you weren't allowed to have any electronics. You were never allowed to have a phone. Um, it's kind of changed over the years in the United States. It's different in different countries. There are literally now, I think I've seen 50,000 people in the woods. What do you think that number is accurate? How many people do you think you've seen the most?
Yeah, our Colorado was really big, and we had big ones. Then we had small ones. It wasn't meant to be a year festival. It wasn't meant to be every year. I went to the first one, but then I from '72, I didn't get to the until the '75 one in Arkansas. Then
Wow.
'77. Then I went to 78, 79, 80, and I went to them almost every year, but I missed a few here and there. Because I raised four
Cool.
children, six grandchildren. I went to graduate school. I had a job. I didn't follow the Grateful Dead. And I never in my 77 years ever had no money. Not because I'm rich, but because here's my principle. I save 10% of every penny that comes to me, and I save 10% of every penny I spent.
A good,
Every dollar I
that's a good
spend,
plan.
if I spend $100, I put $10 away. If I make $100, I put $10 away. So out of $200, I have $20 savings.
Wow.
I raised
Rainbow Summit.
seventy
Yeah.
thousand dollars comes from 8 times that, over $300,000 over 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
See,
Well,
I don't.
the one thing I just really want to reiterate to our viewers is Rainbow is not a crazy festival. You're not supposed to have drugs. You're not supposed to have alcohol. On the July 4th, they do like a Vipassana where you don't speak. You're in meditation until noon. Everybody gets free food. You're well taken care of. And one of the things you said earlier that was almost the biggest shock I've ever seen was Love and Ovens. What they There'll be thousands of people. I've saw 5,000 people go to this camp called Love and Ovens, and they make you sit down. And so you sit down, and you know what they do? They bring you a slice of pizza every 4 minutes, like in the woods. It's amazing.
Yeah, and the thing is, there are people cooking the pizza. There are people getting the wood for the pizza. So if you're just an observer, if you're just a customer, participant, when you participate, when you get up, when you have pizza, make a pizza. When you get up and go help dig a shitter, when you go up and become part of it, that's what we're not eating that pizza, but helping them make more pizza.
Right. It's a really amazing experience to learn. how to like live in the woods. When he talks about digging a shitter, he ain't lying. There's no porta potties out there. I've dug a couple. They have to be 6 feet deep and 6 feet long, and the dimensions of the shovel to be accurate. And
Right. People who shit alone in the woods will get children sick, will get us sick
right,
because flies know how to dig. Flies can dig
uh,
sand covered in a little poop. And it's very unsafe for 10,000 people to be shitting in the woods.
right. And something that like a lot of people don't understand is we have an amazing cleanup crew where we leave no trace behind. And there are people that will stay over a month to make sure that the forest that we had chosen looks better than it was when we got there. And I really
Yeah,
appreciate
we
that.
take out old bottles, take out broken pieces of glass. I mean, we've always been, and they've had no problem. But here's the thing: these Leos, law enforcement has become a cult in the Forest Service.
Oh,
That they all year round they hassle rainbows, but what they do is they go ahead of time once they know they're on the internet, they're on our web pages. They go and they know where we're going to gather. Then they go to the community and tell them that we're going to what you just said. They're going to be drunks and drugs and
right,
and and everything else, which is they lie. But we don't do drugs. We do herbal stuff, and you know
right.
what I mean. Green is serene. But I've never seen. I've seen heroin needles, but we would squash that immediately if there was a heroin camp. That wouldn't happen. You'd have you'd call Shanti, which means
Shut the
peacekeepers.
thing. Yeah,
Shanti, then
if you
hundreds of
see
people
something
would
bad
form.
happening, that's what you yell out. Um, what I love about the Leos, which is law enforcement officer, is they're called the incident control team. And for many years, they're the same people. And they come up to me and they're like, "Hey, Scooby, how's it going this year?" And everybody yells six up as loud as they can to tell everybody in the woods that the police are there. And what I do is I hold the police back. I give them psychic readings. I have them talk to my teddy bears so that people, have a chance to know that the police are there. And but it's interesting. It's the same officers, no matter which
It's a
national
gold mine
forest
for
we're
them.
in.
It's a gold mine. They get 24-hour pay. They get all the stakes they want. They get good conditions to live in. But what they need to do is arrest many people as they can, give as many tickets as they can to justify why they're there. That's why they do illegal searches. They're not allowed to go in your car. They're not allowed to say, "Where you going to the gathering?" Officer, here's my ID. I'll see you in court. And that's all you have
Right.
to say. They want to search you. You go, I absolutely put your camera on. I demand you to have a camera or have my camera on and say, absolutely do not give you permission. And I'm sending this to my lawyer right now. And boy, you see how it changes.
Yeah,
On
you got to be careful going to these gatherings because they actually have something called Rainbow Court, and they bring in an 18 wheeler with a huge satellite dish because they write so many tickets to people with marijuana or something. And they have court right there in the forest. It's interesting.
Yeah, and you can really, yeah, we can really change this. I want to get rainbow off of national forest. If 2 or 3 years, it will be very hard for them to get funded in this. So I want to find an Indian reservation that will love rainbows to come on their barren land and have us build something. Have people who have 50, 100-acre, 200-acre estates that we can go there, way out in the woods, away from people. National forest can't go there.
Oh, I
You
know.
know,
And you,
we could defund Leo. That's the way to do it. We've been cooked. You know, the first gathering was not scheduled for a national forest. It was on private land.
Right.
And it was next to the forest, and we walked into the forest, and there was no paths. The Forest Service had to build paths, and the only time they could hassle us is we went on 4th of July up the mountain. That's when they all surrounded us and stuff. But they couldn't get to us in our camps because we're on private property. National
Right.
Forest can't walk on private property and search people. It's against the law.
Yeah, I love that you and I believe in the same vision. I have been living in Hawaii for 8 years before I came to Peru. I've been here about a year and a half in Peru. But in Hawaii, they don't have national forests. They have national parks. And I'll tell you what, these rainbow gatherings in Hawaii, they don't last very long. The Leos come in, they shut them down. And so they're trying to transition that to private property. But in Rainbow, there are no leaders. Everybody
How
has to come to a consensus.
how about people gathering on the beach, just showing up 10,000 people on the beach? What's
Right.
the law against that? Hawaii, the beaches are open to people. People are camping out on the beaches, living on the beaches.
Oh
Not
yeah,
the
they
but
come out. They definitely make up laws, and they get us out of there pretty quick. That's why I came out to South America. It's much different out here. But yeah, I don't think there's ever been a rainbow national in Hawaii because they don't have national forests.
right. Well,
What was your favorite rainbow?
always been the Colorado, the first one, the first Vermont one. That's when it all changed, by the way. From
Uh,
1972 until 1991, we went to different states. But at the 91 Vermont gathering, the Colorado people, Blunker and all the big scouts said, no more coming east. We're going to go and repeat Colorado for the anniversary. In 92, the 20th anniversary from 72 to 92. I protested. Many, many older rainbows protested. And they
wow.
actually walked out on the third day of council and says, we're going to Colorado, fuck consensus. They didn't get consensus for the 1992 20th anniversary. They didn't get consensus. It's since
Wow.
then they've only had 5 new states since 92 or 7 new states. They keep on going to the same state, the same park. This year, it was in the same park that they had the last gathering in Pennsylvania. You know,
I
you
have
know what I
funny stories.
wanted? I wanted different states. And on the 51st Rainbow gathering, which would have been a couple of years ago in 2023, I wanted us to have a rainbow gathering in Washington, D.C.
What?
Right, right around the reflecting pool. 100,000 people show up. They don't have enough jail to arrest us.
Right?
Yes.
You know, one of the funny stories I have, the last time I saw you at the 2022 Colorado Rainbow Gathering, I told everybody I thought I had enough power, that the next gathering was going to be in Mount Shasta. And I left the day before they did the consensus. And I went to Mount Shasta and I stayed there by myself for 4 months because they decided to go somewhere else.
And that was your rainbow. That was, and on July 4th, you meditated.
Yep.
Wherever you go, every July 4th, I hold silence wherever I am. I was in the hospital 1 year. I'm 77. I don't have cancer or any of those things, but I have diverticulitis. I have a heart monitor. I have a defibrillator. I got hit by a car 3 years ago and I can barely walk. I'm on a cane. This is my cane. I'm right now. I'm in excruciating 8 to 9 pain, but you don't see it on my face. But if I wasn't talking to you and I was lying on my bed, I'd be aching.
Well, blessings to you, because Jaw knows and I pray for your healing. I pray for strength, and somehow, uh, you're glowing, Feather. You'll get through this.
Let's talk about my farm, and then when Fan Tuesday comes on, we'll get back to the rainbow.
Okay.
So, what I created after Costa Rica, I decided I wanted a permanent rainbow. So, I bought this farm, 50 acres. Within 10 minutes of walking the land, I knew it was the farm. And I built this farm. I've had rainbow people, but most rainbow people left because I charge money. I tell them, I say, listen, everybody got to put $5 to $10 a day in.
That's not bad.
To get 3 meals a day, to get 3 meals a day, even protected from the rain, and get a bed. You know,
Wow.
$3-4 a day to camp out, but includes food, and everybody's got to contribute 3 to 6 hours on projects you want to do. But no one comes for free. No free. Not rainbow. It's structured because when rainbow people came, I had to give them all them. I had to cook the food. I had to do everything. I had to clean the shitters. I had to do it. You know, they just want to get high. They want to drink. They want to party. You know, oh, you have
Trust
it.
me, I know.
I'm entitled because you have it, and I don't. No, that's not. So Earth Rose Farm's not a rainbow farm. It's a self-sustained. They've had two rainbow farms in Costa Rica. They both failed because there were too many takers, and the people
Stop.
that were funding it, were going down 70, 50,000, 25,000 a year out their pocket. And I can't do that at 77.
Right. The same thing happened to us in Hawaii. You know, people come to Hawaii and they got that Hawaiian ego. Look at me, I'm in Hawaii. And they didn't want to do anything. And I'm running the kitchen, I'm digging the shitters. And I'll tell you what, Hawaii is all lava. So digging a shitter is very challenging there.
So Earth Rose Farm, we're 1 mile from the nearest neighbor. I've had up to one male goat and a female goat, and I've had up to 4 or 5 babies. I've had several cows. I've had horses. But when I wasn't there, I let this rainbow couple that are now dead, but they came there and they stole from me. They stole my animals, all the animals I had on the farm, all the chickens, all the goats, and they were lying to me saying, "Oh, everything's good." They sold them to a scrupulous farmer several miles away when they were hitchhiking, and they sold $7,000 worth of my animals for $3,000. They went into Dominico on the beach, and within 5 months, they both were dead from cocaine and crack and all sorts of stuff. So they killed themselves, but they yet did it with my money. So that's when I stopped letting people live there for free when I went away, because I'm only there February to May. But now, if you're going to come stay on my farm for 9 months, it's $100 a month. You give it to me in advance, $900, and you get the farm for 9. And then if you rent out rooms, if you have people come in, and participate, we share the money. Not in my pocket. That $900 is going in the farm to pay workers to come in and keep the fences up, to make sure the snakes aren't coming into the land, and stuff like that. But we have right now. Yeah, go ahead.
If we had to tell our viewers anything at all you want for Earth Rose Farm in Costa Rica, what are some things that you really need out there?
Okay. I want people who want to come for 3-day guest. I want people who wants to come for a 3-week volunteer program. Then I have another
Mhm.
program, a 3 month intern. Where, because I have a master's degree, my wife has a master's degree, we can actually get you college credit. Then I have
Wow.
a 9 month program, a 9 month, a 9 month program for people to come for 9 months, and that's caretaker. And then I have a 36-month program where if you pay $100 a month for 36 months, I give you a deeded piece of land. Deeded.
Whoa. And all this because you have these entities. Um, is this like a special visa that people can get, like a work visa,
You don't
education
need a
visa?
visa. You just need to come in for 3 or 4 months, and all you have to do, if you're going to stay there, you go out of Panama for a few hours or a day or two, and you come back, and you get re-up visa.
Yeah, they were doing that in Peru, and it's not quite working here anymore. uh,
Yeah, so, it's what you make of it, but we don't. We have programs now, and I have a library of over 400 books and tapes and music, and I teach self sustainability. I teach it, so it's a constant instruction. But I don't charge anybody money. But if they offer me money, but here's the thing: I've only had 2 or 3 9 month people, and only one of the 3 9 month people worked out. They were Israelis. They were the
okay.
only ones that worked out because they understood the kibbutz system. The two gringos, or the Americans that I had up there, the 2 times, one stole $7,000 worth of my animals, and the other
My
ones,
goodness.
the other ones just, let my house fall apart and then take care of it.
Yeah, I was trying to get more people in this meeting. I invited Wavy Gravy. I know Patch Adams pretty well, and but your stories are amazing.
I didn't scare them, did I? Hey, Wavy Gravy, love you, brother. Remember me, the glowing feather? I served with you on Sunday, but I was a Vietnam War veteran, was shot here. You probably don't remember me, but I was on the pancake line.
Uh, what I
Yeah.
what I was told was he's indisposed at some kind of camp right now, and he doesn't have the Wi-Fi, the power, the ability to interview. But where is Fantuzzi? I just had him on the phone.
Did you get? Did you try to reach out to Plunker? He doesn't like to do things like this, but I would love to have him talk to him. He's one.
I looked everywhere for his number or his email, and it was kind of challenging. I mean, if you have a way to invite him, that'd be kind of neat.
He's never talked to me. He tells me he doesn't do internet. He's anti-internet. So
Most rainbows on. Yeah.
but there are other brothers here that I have a mind block now. You know who I'm talking about that talks at every gathering since '72. He has a son. His son ended up working in Star Trek. Uh,
Wow.
Manu. But he was the face of the front there. Info, get info a lot. Why can't I think of his name now? I gotta. Uh, uh, oh, I got a block. I'm sorry. I'm 77.
Oh, no worries. Hey, I got 9 traumatic brain injuries at 46, so
You'll
um
know who I
yeah,
mean once the name comes out. But he and Plunker are the two elder rainbows that have been coming for years and
great.
years. Number two, they always spoke. They're on the movie. They're on the movie. He's up there speaking on the movie. Derek.
Derek,
You know who
I
Derek
did
is?
message Derek. I messaged Derek too. I checked, but this was so quick. I put all this together today. Fantuzzi actually kind of got upset with me, like, man, you should have gave me more time. Um, yeah, I tried to get Aaron Funk and a lot of people, but a lot of people weren't ready today, and that's all right. I love to hear your story because you're such an inspiring person. And
But you to change some words, saying that, oh, he's not, there's something called rainbow ego. There are some rainbows think they're more important than other rainbows. And when you go, oh, you're the big motor. Oh, you wear all those colors because you think you're the big cheese. And I go, no, I am a reflection. If you're a loving person, you're gonna love me. If you're an asshole, you're gonna see an asshole in me. And guess what? If I didn't have an asshole, I'd be full of shit like you. I'm no
so now
better
are you
than
in
any
Costa
other
Rica
rainbow.
now?
What's that?
Are you in Costa Rica right now?
No, I'm at Venice at a drum circle that I started. Was one of the originators. I'm gonna give you a walk into the drum circle right now. There's a little
Okay.
break, but I've been doing this since '99. It's drummers and dancers and belly dancers and people and a celebration of life. Hey, look at this beautiful circle. How you
That's great.
Can I share something lots of fun? It's called a galactic connection. It's put your right hand in. Just try it. It's so much fun. Put your right hand in. Come closer. Come on. You don't have to, but here, come in and meet all the way. Come in a little more. Come on in. No, meet the middle finger. Now watch. Make the galaxy. Look, thumb up. Make the galaxy. Look at that temple. Bring it up, out, and it's your heart. It's your heart. Galactic heart hug.
I'm gonna see if I can do the same exact thing at the hospital that I co-manage. Let's see if these people want to do this.
Stop. Here's
Hold
the
on.
drum circle. Look at it.
Wow. I'm gonna try to pick up music from the drum circle. It's really weird. Like I can hear people perfectly, but when it comes to drumming, sometimes it doesn't work. And I'm like, why? Let me see if there's a setting for that. Audio. I don't know. Maybe that's better. But yeah, drum circles are, my passion. It's what I do in Hawaii, and we have one here in Peru in PSAC every Sunday. It's getting a little hard to hear you.
Now get in my car. Okay, I'm in my car now.
Okay.
Just wanted to. Did you hear that?
Yeah, a little bit.
So this is my Uber car. This is what people
Cool.
see. They see my little unicorn. They come in my car and they see my unicorn. They see my rainbow bear.
Cool.
I take them on rainbow rides.
Let me see if any of our international guests want to say hi to you. They helped me start this fire because he said to make the video in nature, so I really got to thank them.
Here's what you ask the guests. Listen, ask
Yeah.
them Ask them to give me a subject, and I'll channel them a heart song.
Okay, just a momento. Would anybody like to meet a man that was at the original Woodstock, and he's one of the co-founders of the Rainbow family?
In which Woodstock?
The original Woodstock,
Which one? The 60?
69.
69? Oh. You see the story that the another Woodstock, the 99, it's like the fucked up. It's so crazy.
He said, because you helped me build the fire, if you pick a subject, he will sing you a heart song right now.
Something that you contemplate a lot about, that you think a lot about, that you contemplate, a subject you think things about. And let me see their face.
I don't get it.
Okay, so is there something that you think about a lot, that's consciously on your mind? He wants to sing you a heart song. That's his specialty.
One from Woodstock.
I have to think and something, and he is gonna sing.
Yes.
He's gonna connect with
Wrong.
me by mind.
Yeah, it's channel. I channel poetry.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, I'm thinking right now.
Okay, this is that's Paula, by the way.
Can
She's
they
from
hear me?
Chile.
Can they hear me? Do you have them vocal? They can hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you. We just have to talk a little loud because we don't have microphones, but they can hear you.
Okay, I'm
But,
going to do one on fire. Let me do one on fire.
About the fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready?
He's going to sing
Fire.
for us. Here we go.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay. Fire is in the center of our earth. It's fire. Humans created fire, separated themselves from animals. We're the only ones that learn to control fire. The sun is fire. Without the fire of the sun, there is no life on earth. Without the fire in our hearts, there's no love. It's the fire that makes it up higher. It's our fire. It's inspire. The fire from little sticks of wood. It enlightened us. It's the light of delight of our fire insight. Right? Right.
Right. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Glowing Feather, also known as Maji, is a very wonderful poet, an inspiring person. He was at the original Woodstock. He helped coordinate the Rainbow family, which is now a multi-million dollar, million people go to Rainbow gatherings. It's all over the world. So it's an honor to have you here today.
So go back to that girl. See if she thought of something. It could be like love, life, money, children. It could be something, but from her.
Okay. He
Give
wants
me
to
some
hear.
idea.
He wants to hear from Paula from Chile again. He
Hola.
wants to hear something about maybe your love life or something. He wants to give you a different poem.
Oh. No,
Or your heart, or your children, or your family, or what inspires you. What do you love in nature? Things like that. A subject.
love nature, connection. I love the simple things of the life, like the wine in the afternoon, or the sun, the first, like, ¿cómo se dice rayos de sol?
Okay, I got it. I got it. Here it goes. Let me see your face. Come up to the face, and I'll give it to you. Here it goes. Nature is natural. You all natural. NATU all natural. In the universe begins with you. In English, universe, UNI verse. What I do is not rehearsed. It's free verse. And I know within my soul, I'm 77, but my spirit is always to spread heaven wherever I go. But I never say hell Lo, I go and I can't deny the natural nature that's in you. You have a
Ah,
natural beauty. It's the beauty that you see, that you give, that you live. But my thing is to bring you to the consciousness that there's no woman alive like you, ever was or ever will be. That's the key of your natural nature's longevity.
woo!
Whee!
Aho.
Oh, well,
Oh,
I was hoping Fantuzzi or Aaron or Wavy Gravy or, somebody else is going to jump in on this, but I really appreciate this interview because, it's really what Faces of Unity is about is like getting to know people like yourself and getting to know about Earth Rose Farm. I might come out there.
well, important. Just tell all the people there. It's called Earth Rose Farm. It's on Facebook groups. It's in YouTube videos. There's a whole movie, a 20-minute movie on Earth Rose Farm that won third prize at the Tribeca Film Festival, where
Wow.
I explain the farm. It's in YouTube videos. You can find it after you hang up here. Have anyone, if anyone right now can get into YouTube, go to YouTube videos and put Earth Rose Farm. And there's two or three movies, but there's the one that's a real movie.
Wow, that's amazing. In
You
fact,
can
here's
find,
a challenge for my viewers. If I
and you
get
can locate it on Google Maps under Earth Rose Farm. I mean Google Maps.
yeah, if I can get 300 subscribers in 2 weeks, and somebody writes how badly they want to go to Earth Rose Farm, I'll fly them out there. That's my
Right.
challenge.
The best time to come is December. I mean January through April. That's the dry season, and that's
Okay.
when I'm there. But I may go early as October if there's a crazy civil war in America. It's really bad here right now. And I got a
Really?
feeling there's no way Trump's going to allow this election. He's going to attack Cuba and they're going to start sending drones over to Florida during the election. And he's going to cancel it because he doesn't want the Democrats to get in power because they're going to impeach him. And he knows it. Not only him, all his cohorts, they've broken so many constitutional laws. But so I'm definitely going to be there in January, but I could be there as early as October. But we'll stay in touch. And I'll do this
Absolutely.
again. Next time you get Fantuzzi or anyone in, we'll get him and we'll, listen to each other. I would love
We
it.
need to give him more time. I literally gave him like 2 hours. I'm like, hey man, I need you on video in 2 hours. And he's like, and he did come on for a little while, but it was before you came on. But he did have a concert tonight, so I get it.
Yeah, and you got to be real careful saying, "Oh, he's the founder of Rainbow." That will alienate a lot. That would alienate a lot of rainbows because I'm not the founder. I'm a participator. I
Right.
can't. I'm just as important as someone walking on a rainbow for the first time. Rainbow's not about coming there for 50, 60 years. Rainbow's about now and here, what you bring. Oh, you got your beer. Look at my beer. Let's say hi.
Hey,
Is your beer a boy beer or girl beer?
boy bear. His name is Pacha.
This is a girl beer. She is beer beautiful. That's her name. She's beer beautiful. Hi, baby. You want to hang out? Kiss. Woo! Oh, you kiss good. We should hang out. We'll sleep together next time we hang out.
Well, it's been a pleasure and honor having you today. We'll do this again when we can coordinate it better, and we'll get more, rainbows on and talk. There's a lot of people out there that say bad things about rainbow gatherings, and it's not like that. You just got to get past A camp.
Like I say, miserable people are going to find it as a miserable thing, but it's just a reflection of who they are. You
Right.
know, the negative people negate because they're not positive people. They don't have a sense of positivity. It's their problem, not mine.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you and thank you for talking with us today. Our
You
channel
know,
is Faces of Unity. And, views are one thing, but if you click that subscribe button, it doesn't cost you anything and it really helps us.
and look at this. You are loved.
You are loved
Have a
as
good one,
well.
kids. I'll talk to you later.
Cool. Thank you. Aho. And we love you.